European governments should tax corporates to help weaker parts of society weather soaring energy costs, but not intervene to cap gas prices, Shell Chief Executive Officer Ben van Beurden told an energy conference. Speaking before the Energy Intelligence Forum in London, Van Beurden said that European energy prices and the huge volatility in the markets threaten broader social instability. So in this video, we are going to tell you about Shell CEO Ben van Beurden experts additional taxes on oil. The video is going to be amazing, so make sure you stick to the end. Before starting the video, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to never miss out on any of our videos. Ben van Beurden said that energy markets cannot behave in a way that damages a significant part of society. Households in the UK have been under pressure from rising energy bills as gas prices have soared. The UK government under Liz Truss has pushed back against extending a windfall tax on oil and gas firms. Last week, the EU agreed on emergency measures to charge energy firms for record profits. Energy prices jumped when Russia invaded Ukraine earlier this year, although prices had already been rising as economies began to recover after COVID lockdowns were lifted. Speaking to the Energy Intelligence Forum, an oil industry event, Mr. van Beurden said, "You cannot have a market that behaves in such a way, logically and effectively, and everything else, that's going to damage a significant part of society." He said that one way or another, there would be government intervention that results in protecting the poorest. That probably means governments need to tax people in this room to pay for it. Mr. van Beurden added that taxes can be brought in smartly and not so smartly. However, governments should not intervene to cap gas prices, he added. A UK government spokesperson said, "The government has been clear that it wants to see the oil and gas sector reinvest its profits to support the economy, jobs, and the UK's energy security. We expect our energy profits levy, announced in May, to raise an extra £7 billion in its first year, which will help pay for the £400 energy bills discount for all households to help with energy bills from October. This is on top of our new energy price guarantee announced last month, which will save the average household around £1,000 a year based on current energy prices from October." Susanna Streeter, senior investment and market analyst, Hargreaves Lansdowne, said Mr. van Beurden's comments had flung open a door on a windfall tax, which the UK government had been trying to close. This will reignite the debate over how profits of energy giants should be taxed, just as a row rages about whether welfare spending will be hit to pay for the Truss administration's slash and spend policies. The price of Brent crude oil has fallen from $120 per barrel in May to about $90 per barrel, although these are still the highest prices since 2014. Some way or another, there needs to be government intervention that somehow results in protecting the poorest, Van Beurden said. That may then mean that governments need to tax people in this room to pay for it. Van Beurden acknowledged that such intervention can be done smartly or not so smartly, but at the end of the day, he sees additional taxes on his industry as a societal reality that is inevitable. His comments come as the EU and individual European countries have been discussing or implementing so-called windfall taxes on energy company profits that have been boosted by record natural gas and electricity prices. Van Beurden pushed back against the notion that high energy prices should be left to fix themselves via demand destruction, given the magnitude of the financial pain that Europeans are suffering as winter approaches. After all, he noted, the continent has experienced many periods of $80 plus oil, but there is no precedent for recent natural gas prices equivalent to $300 oil as a result of the sharp fall in Russian gas supplies to Europe. Protests have broken out across Europe in response to eye-watering energy prices and wider inflation pressures, while the continent has also seen dozens of industrial plants close because of exorbitant energy costs. The EU has moved quickly to build up natural gas inventories to ensure sufficient supplies this winter and avoid even higher prices. But colder than expected weather could again send prices to new heights, further pressuring economies and the most vulnerable households. The outgoing Shell boss is far more skeptical and worried about potential government actions that involve capping or modifying prices. It's very difficult to really understand the unintended consequences of market interventions, particularly when they are on exchanges, Van Beurden said. He called such interventions one of the biggest risks we're facing as an industry. G7 countries are planning a coordinated price cap for Russian oil as an EU ban on Russian crude imports and on insurance and financing for Russian oil cargoes takes effect in December, followed by a ban on Russian product imports in February. Let us know your opinion in the comment section below. This was all for today. Hope you liked the video. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Stay safe, and we will be back soon with another video.